It's the Howard Hour with your host with the most, Howard 702 LV.
And that's me. Yo, 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 what's good? What's good? What's good? It's your boy
Yeah.
HT. Howard 702. Let's get tripping like a kid, untied shoes. You see the vibe and you see the move.
See the
Welcome,
things
welcome,
flicking,
welcome.
yeah,
If you
yeah.
don't know where you're at, well, now you do. This is the Howard Hour Live, a place from me to you, man. And I'm so excited for
Speed up
y'all
so
to
we can hear
see.
you. Yeah.
Welcome, 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 man. This is the place to be.
We
Yes,
can't
folks.
hear you
Yes,
up on
folks. Again, if
stage
you
so
don't know
we
what the
can hear
Howard
you.
Hour Live is, this is a show that I do from myself to yours, man. It's just a show that I talk about comfortability, but not even just that. All about the real life
Go off the
aspects that
green.
we bring into this thing that we call the metaverse and what makes it into an organic presence of what we're doing now. Having fun, spreading information, but not even just that, being around a community that's engaging, you feel me? And that's so amazing to see. And that's really what's important about what tonight's show is about, community. And not even as that, man, I'm seeing this week with all about just with community. I don't know about y'all, but all my people, all my hip hop heads, man. Yes, 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 man. Big Willie, out of nowhere, he just dropped a brand new album and everything. Yes, bro. Sorry, technical difficulties. But yes, man, Big Willie is out with a new album based on a true story. And folks, I don't know about y'all. This is the most I ever seen Will Smith curse. And I'm in my 30s. I never heard him curse so much on a album. I don't know if he's trying to be like one of those new how they call them nowadays, the YNs and all this and that. But I don't know if he's just using a whole bunch of new Rogaine and just trying to get away those grays. But he's doing what he's doing. They got a lot of people in there catching some strays, and he's showing off some names. But not even as that, man. We're seeing also with this week, folks. We had egg prices go down. Like I said, I came to y'all last week talking about with the show. I mean, with the eggs and all that, it was more higher than marijuana prices, and that was the whole killer part to me. Like, how is that happening? To now that is also getting back to like where they had it go to the level of man, you had to go buy eggs or either go have somebody who had a farm to now that they have on the egg market that is not even making anything with the stock market right now. So something is really going on. Either y'all got some fake designer eggs y'all got out there right now, but y'all don't want to tell nobody. But not even as that, man. That means telling you poultry is going everywhere. But not even as that, folks. I've been seeing people go in crackhead mode too. Like I told you, I just got back in from NYC, and man, it's an amazing city to see. Don't get me wrong. Seeing a lot of master splinters running around, but I do not know how people was just everything comfortable with that. But man, but while up there, I was able to get my hands on this chocolate, the Dubai chocolate, folks. And yes, if you don't know about the Dubai chocolate, I'm just saying you don't have to get on the airplane and go fly to Dubai and find out about it. But if you do that, let me know how that works out for you, and let me see your passport. But no, man, this Dubai chocolate been going out and going everywhere. It been met the number two, if I'm not mistaken, number two most hashtag used for so far for 2025. And folks, this chocolate, yes, it is crack. I'm sitting here already, got to go to the detox center already, folks. Like, man, something happened. I was only supposed to get one bar, and I end up coming back home with six of them. And folks, these bars are not cheap, especially the real ones that are really real. But it's so crazy, man. It brought me to the point that they have designer, and with designer, they have fake designer. I never thought I would see that with chocolate. They really have mofos sitting here making rip off chocolate, y'all. And I seen somebody selling Dubai chocolate in Times Squares, folks, for $5 a piece. I sat here and I tried to buy a piece and I threw it up. But then I went to the one in Times Square, like I say, it was a real piece, and that cost $60 a piece. And I really see that, yeah, folks, we got a epidemic on our hand. They really putting crack in this candy, and I don't know why, but I'm sitting here shaking out, wanting some more. But yes, folks, getting on and rolling, man. Getting this to what y'all came here for. We got a night that is really, really, man, ecstatic to me. I was just over in VR chat, man. I got to stretch out my legs and everything over there, man. It was just at his establishment. It was a wonderful, wonderful time. It was an open mic night, man, and I was able to sit there and do stand-up comedy and VR chat for the first time, man, and it was really intriguing. But not even is that, man. I'm cool with intros, and this one right here I had to work on all week because he made a joke about when I first wanted him on my show and everything. He was the hot shit, hot this, all this, and I really say that in terms like, yes, man. When we really make a indention in a formula, you really will see like how quick and everything around you can either fabricate or come together and make it like a elastic like Mr. Reed, you feel me? And this individual, man, been making not making big treads, but making moves in this thing that we call the metaverse. And not even just that, but to bring comedy into the metaverse and especially like keep it on a threshold of like building it up and adapting just like computers do. Man, that's so amazing. And to be one of the pioneers behind that, I know that takes a lot of responsibilities, but not even just that, has to take a lot of creativity. And man, y'all know y'all seen his name ring bells all through the metaverse, but not even as that, y'all see him. He's a pioneer with bringing together communities to sit here and laugh, have jokes, but not even as that, you can sit here and engage together, man. And I don't really see a lot of creators on this platform really doing that, but the way he's doing it. If I'm not mistaken, too, he's talking about they're getting ready to make 5 years with this too, folks. 5 years of doing this in a presence that's not even physical. It's technology and physical realm. Man, that's how Neo was made. You feel me? And now we're able to sit here and pick his brain a little bit like we doing Hannibal Lecter shit, you feel me? And it's so amazing to see him come to the stage tonight. So I really need y'all to give it up, man, for creator of Fail to Render, Mr. Kyle Render.
Yeah. Let's go, Kyle. Oh yeah, generic sounds. I love it.
Yes.
I feel like you did the whole interview before I got on stage. That was incredible, man.
You gotta give him a pre-dialogue, and then you give him the course.
There you
But
go.
yes, how you doing? How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Man, I'm good. This is a long time overdue, like a library book, man, and I'm really glad that you came
How many
through.
library books do you have to check in right now?
Oh man, about me. I said my stuff's so bad. They sent me a credit report, so I think it's I think it's some stuff on
Yeah,
there.
about 20. It's like 20. They start hitting you
About
with
to-
that. Yeah.
Man, but no, yes, man. How are you? How was your week? I'm gonna just start off with that generic question right there. Get it out the
Oh
way.
wow, how was my week? Uneventful. How about that? We'll leave it there. I slept a lot. I didn't work, even though I'm working. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was a lot of fun.
No,
What
man,
about
that's
you?
cool. Man, my week. I ain't gonna over stuff. My week was tiresome. Again, I just got back in from New York, and that was a sight to see. I ain't gonna stunt, but that city is draining as ish. Man, I went up there thinking I was gonna get a day of rest, and no, man, we didn't have any hookers come up to the hotel or anything. But no, they had a lot of people outside, like in NPC mode, and like when I say
Right.
NPC, I play a lot of GTA. So to really, and I have my window open to the hotel, so I like to listen to the outside. But it's really intriguing what you're hearing when you're going to sleep. A motherfucker walking past
Lots
and
of
saying,
gunshots.
yeah, no, not even gunshot. A lot of crackhead dialogue. And when I say crackhead
Oh,
dialogue,
nice.
you're just hearing somebody just
Nice.
walking by like, yeah, F the man, he got me pregnant with
And then you're
Rosenberg.
just like sound asleep, like, oh, the sound of silence. It's beautiful.
Exactly. And then you wake up to Charles outside pissing on the wall, pissing on the furnace. But no, but it was an intriguing week, man. Got to cover the Poly Awards, something with VR and everything, and it made me laugh a little bit while I was up there because it started making me think about like with comedy and everything, and the you came to mind, not even just about you being funny looking, but you are really a funny individual. Hey, don't take it. We could joke with each other. That's cool.
Hey, I'm really tall, I'm really big. You're really short and really big. So
Exactly. You see, like we look like the duo from what's the movie? Twins. Danny DeVito.
Yeah, sure. We could redo that. Yeah, let's redo
Yes,
it. I like it. I'm down.
for real.
We'll eat
But no,
pickles
man.
all the time.
But no, man. It brings me to a place, man. I had to ask this question, man. What made you find this foundation about that you wanted to bring comedy into the metaverse?
I mean, long-term story, quarantine, right? Everyone was doing Zoom shows. Everyone was on like a 2D screen. And the lag on a Zoom call is incredibly longer than in VR for some reason. For some reason, this is faster, right? On Zoom, it's like a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to kill myself. 6, 7. They laughed. Oh, man, I'm killing it. But in VR, it's like a 1 or 2 second delay. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, hell yeah, I killed it. It's only a 2 second delay. So I started in alt space. A round of applause for alt space. Confetti.
R.I.P.
Can't do it. But yeah, we started in Allspace, and Allspace died because a corporation took it over, and then another corporation named Meta decided to steal the idea and waste $40 billion. What do you think about that, Howard? Is he muted?
Oh no, sorry, no, it wasn't. I wasn't talking to Meta on him. I was talking to my son, trying to get him to calm down. But no, don't worry. He's not getting canceled out.
Yo,
But no,
talking shit again. This guy.
oh no, they get serious. I mean, no, that's amazing to hear with that factor. I mean, because I seen a lot of like people with quarantine. It happened. I see a lot of like business individuals, but not even as that. I think quarantine was able to bring out a lot of creativity with a lot of individuals in a vast time. Either that was like a scary factor that you could either do something with this creativity, or you were just sitting there going crazy again in quarantine, not knowing what to do with that. So what made this intention that you wanted to build now with your hands with this? Because it's one thing to do it in IRL and hey, okay, bring it to a metaverse aspect, but how did you know that you wanted to be the constructor of it? No Matrix stuff. Hey, the architect. I'm sorry, the architect.
I am the architect. I'm the boss. So, I mean, listen, like, all I'm trying to do over the past 5 years is create a realistic atmosphere that you would experience in real life, but in VR, which requires humans connecting on a level that's mature. And there's a lot of places in Horizon, VR chat, wherever the hell you go, that's literally just emptiness and racist and the worst words you can hear for no reason whatsoever. But I wanted to bring respect and humanity to technology. And even with my new show coming out, I literally have a disclaimer that says we didn't use AI for anything in this show. And I think that's going to be a big selling point in the future when you create something, even though it's technology, even though it's VR chat, it's still not utilizing AI, and we're still humans, but we're just in a different form, right? And so my mindset has changed so much from 2020 when I thought that, oh, quarantine forever, let's go, right? I wish it was still quarantine. I'm not going to lie to any of you. But still, it means so much because there's so many countries and the world is divided, but this is the one place we can all come together and say, fuck it. We're all human.
Yeah. Hey, okay. One of y'all been writing his answers for him. I see it. Y'all did a little too ecstatic. Who's the PR over here? But no, man, that's really what makes a tethering aspect. I mean, that really shows an organic presence, and especially to be in this day and age with adapting to a computer age. A lot of people are scared to go over that threshold, and not even as that. A lot of people are afraid to make that merger. So to really come on here again, like, okay, hey, I want this to be a sense of community, how it is for me to spread that to others. I know you'll have to go through the BS, go through the technology vastness, but not even as we just talked about with AI. You have to go now with that situation. I remember it used to be the famous joke on South Park, talking about like certain stuff was going to take our jobs, and now I can ask this question: do you feel like AI is going to take the comedian's job, or do you just feel like that's going to be an enhancement?
Never. No, because there's no emotion. Like, I know that AI is taking over the world, it's taking over job, but it's never going to take over our emotions, right? And comedy is specifically built around our emotions and the time of day and the day of the year, right? Everything's ever changing. So you're never really going to get an AI that's ever going to be able to go on stage and tell anything besides dad jokes or standard 1, 2, 3 punch, right? There's no crowd work there either. So I mean, hey, if you want to make money, make a crowd work AI, and I'm toast. But aside from that, I mean, it really is just the human connection and us connecting in this day and time at this specific moment, which hopefully AI can never keep up with, because it's always 2 months ago. The last model you use every day is 2 months ago, right? It can't keep up with today and right now and this second. So.
Oh, I mean that's good to hear, because again, when I was just in New York, I was talking to one of your colleagues, Austin, and like we were just talking about with yes. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Call. I'm saying governments, but yes, man. I call him K. I call him K. Dot now because hey, his team they pulled a sweep up there at the Polly's, man. I ain't gonna say they said they left out of there with 3 of those mugs. You feel me? And it was amazing to see. But not even just that, we started talking about like with certain properties of having fun or laughing at certain times. Like I can't just imagine that with AI. Like, you sit there, you see somebody fall. Like, is the AI gonna fall? I mean, it's gonna laugh, or is it gonna sit there and ask, "Are you okay?" And now we get to the point. Like I sat there and asked, "Now, what if you just gonna be a dick though, and not just be okay? Hey, you didn't fall hard enough. Like, you can add inputs to that and everything." And again, I agree 100 that I really don't feel like it could get to a point that it will take over that. But I know it's going to have a lot of copycats come up with like AI, like a AI comedian. I could just imagine them trying to do like a Richard Pryor sense, but it just will be like so sense, like, yeah, this is how I would sound, but I don't sound like that. Like, but so man, to be in this platform, no, it was good, right? Huh? I used to watch Master of Disguise, but no, man, to be in this platform, and again, like you started off when there was nothing on here, to now a fruitation of you can see that there's really. Again, you're having comedians come through. You're able now to work with certain entities. Hey, I'm not gonna say no names, but hey, he told me he got to work with Mr. Germaphobe Howie. Shout out to my cousin. But yes, but to work with entities like that, did you ever fathom that will come together from a place of being in VR, or do you just think that was already installed with you?
I mean, I manifested it. A lot of us manifested it, you know. Jesus fucking Christ. Sorry. I think it's live. I don't know. I don't care. But yeah, I never really thought I would go to Howie's office, you know. Howie was online talking about his hologram that we had already used twice. And my business partner, Val, was on that Instagram live. And he was like, hey, we have the longest running virtual reality comedy club. Do you want to try it out? And Howie's like, sure, hit me up, which is not a thing. He's just talking shit, right? He just says that. But I happen to have an amazing PR girl named Michelle, and she knew Howie's agent. So she reached out to Howie's agent and said, hey, it looks like we were just online with Howie. And he said, come on up. And then we went on up, and we took a plane up to Hollywood. And there I am in my biggest customer service moment of all time. Okay, Howie, I know that you gave me elbows when we met and you wouldn't even touch my hand, but I'm going to touch your bald head and I'm going to put this headset on it. And he's like, okay, Kyle. And I'm like, all right, Howie. And I ever so slightly put the headset on his eyes, and then I have to pull the straps on his bald head. And I cannot believe where I am right now, you know. And then he had a good time. I muted him, though. I muted him. That's the thing, is I muted him because I just wanted him to experience it. But, of course, it's Howie Mandel, so he wanted to be a part of the experience. So even though I muted him because I thought he was just an investor, no, he's a showman. That's all he is. That's what he does. That's what he does good. So he's like, how do I unmute? And I'm like, what? How do I unmute? And I'm like, click the red button. I muted you. Click the red button. He says, I'm colorblind. I don't even think Hollywood knew that. You know, I'm just like, the microphone button. He's like, got it. And then we have a video. It's great. But yeah, like everything leading up to that moment in time was pretty crazy. I never thought I would have worked with him or Keenan, you know.
Hey, no, and that's what makes that real organic presence. Because again, to watch from certain stills, okay, we probably watch from certain moves with Howie hosting, even with Keenan Thompson. Like, I grew up on certain entities of that. So to really have that in a vast space and to even collaborate and work hands on with that, that's what makes the journey. And I mean, not even just that must makes the journey more intriguing, because again, I tell this to folks, yes, man, I was able to meet this fine specimen over here. Yes, man, my hetero life mate. Yeah, no Jay and Silent Bob. But
me?
He is solid a lot of times. Yes, I call you my hetero life mate. But no, I was able to meet this man last June. Able to meet him and his lovely lady, man, and not even just that, to really see individuals outside of this platform to really still be their genuine selves is really amazing to me, because so many times we could get behind a platform and we change up quicker than Caitlyn Jenner, you feel me? And it's just not in terms of I'm sorry. but we change up and we forget like a true sense of who we are. And when I say who we are, because again, a lot of times we can have all these businesses, all these. They start showing us qualities, enhancements, and everything about ourselves that we probably never even knew before, and we didn't even have to get plastic surgery. So that brings me to my next question with you. Do you feel, as you made a joke about it in VR chat, that you went a little bit too Hollywood or so supposedly? Well, I'm just messing with you, not hitting me back because I was just in his DM. But no, do you feel like at times you could sit here and be like you could turn a nose up to this, or do you just feel like that would be turning your back on it?
What does that mean?
Well, in layman terms, do you feel like being a boss in this space, do you feel like you can grow with it as a boss, or do you feel like you have to just like watch it grow and like do boss qualities with it? Like, or do you feel like you're a merger?
Okay, so you're telling me if I'm Mark Zuckerberg or if I'm just working with him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I am writing the future. At this point in time, there's been too many people that have told me that Horizons is copying everything that we accomplished, because we had so many articles. We were in the Washington Post and CNET and Der Spiegel. I'm sure you've heard of it from Germany. We were just in so many things that everyone started reaching out to me and saying, oh, well, we know what you're doing. How are you doing it? And then every time they wanted something from me, I got nothing. And then they ruined the idea of what I wanted to do.
Oh.
So
No.
I'm writing the future and they're failing to render.
Look at that. I love that. I love that. He does pull like what they do in every movie. It says his name. Yes, yes, yes.
He said the thing. He said the thing.
Yes. It's real. But no. And no, I love that answer though, man, because again, being like I said, I laugh at here now. Being as a pioneer on certain steps with this, you can see the certain intention. I call it, you see the certain hate, you see the certain specimen, but you see the certain people, well, I would have did it this way. If I would have did it, then you're just sitting there, why you're not doing it that way? Get the hell out my way now. Like, I love that approach now, because you have to work with certain entities. You know you have to be around these certain entities, but you know you don't have to change yourself. Just like, again, you're sitting here on a Zuckerberg platform right now, and he's still talking his ish. You feel me? But that's what makes this space, because it don't matter if it's $1 billion corporation that's behind the manufacturer. It's still about the developers, the community. We're the ones who all make this space, folks. And to really see it in terms, again, like I tell you, to be your authentic self with that, man, because I got to see this man in business mode also at AWE when we met up and everything. So now I'm able now to send him, like, again, I just got a whole thing from him on LinkedIn. He's able now to do a virtual mixer. Like a virtual mixer, folks, in VR, XR, AR components. And this man just started off, how you say, just on here telling jokes. So now you're able to do these networking events that we're able to go to, get turned up a little bit. So I'm going to hope to have meta drinks there. But not even as that, man. It's really cool to see a foundation of somebody that started on here just as a entertainer factor to now you could bring the entertainment. And that was like one of my next questions with you. Now, do you have a point that do you have to go out to go find certain communities to bring back, comedians to bring back into this platform, or is the phone ringing off the hook? Because this is the place of curiosity. I know it has to be, especially in like your circle.
Yeah, it's like a 50-50, because if you haven't been in VR before, then you don't know what it is. And we don't want you to have a bad experience, right? So it's a 50-50 of comics reaching out to me and saying, I just got a headset, I've heard about you. And there's a 50-50 of the people that I'm like, that person was hilarious. I randomly found them on TikTok or YouTube or whatever. And then I reach out to them and I'm like, hey, you should come in here if you have this thing. If you don't have this thing, maybe I can help the community get you one, right? So it's always been a 50-50 thing, but the difference is we care about the person behind the headset, because guess what? Getting in here is really hard.
Yeah.
Like, I know that we're all of age, right? But if you're a 10-year-old or a 60-year-old, you're not going to be in here. You don't know what you're doing. It's going to take a long time. So we actually have customer service, a part of our company, to help those comedians come in for the first time and have a good experience. Because if you have a bad experience in VR, you're never going to come back. And we all know that.
Yeah.
That's why Hugh Hefner never came back. I mean, but either guy too. But,
I
was thinking about somebody I tried to bring into the VR, man, but it was just too late. You had a bad experience. But no,
sure. Get some Hooters to your fucking DoorDash to your fucking house. See how that feels.
But no, I mean, but no, I
Why
mean, but
would
like
you
how you
order it? By the way, I heard that today. You can
What?
get Klarna. It's like a credit app.
Oh yeah, with
and
the
you can
payments
pay
now.
off your DoorDash over time, right? But then you also order like Hooters, and you don't even see tits. It's like, why would I put this on my credit score? Like,
I know somebody. I know somebody now already who's in debt with this. They owe $4,000 already to Chipotle.
on the cheesy
where they
gordita
go- yes.
combos, dude. Yeah, I'm
Wow.
telling you, dude.
But- and they're
Absolutely.
coming for you. They're outside your house, like those couple of guys, that was looking for the deportees, But yeah, but no, they're doing it for if you're not paying with DoorDash. But no, man, it's amazing to have that tethering factor because again, I mean, when you know that something is hot, when you know that, again, especially being in this day and age, when we know that our ish is going to bring the flies in, you know that it's going to really be a lot of lingering. And I say with a lot of lingering, I know you have probably a lot of corporations that come up to you like, hey, we can enhance this way. We can do it this way. But then you're like, that's not my way.
Are you on
feel like-
LinkedIn?
Huh?
Are you on LinkedIn?
Yeah.
Do you get like 10 million messages a day from CEOs that just want to like boost your score? Dude, LinkedIn is trash. I'm trying not to curse right now, but I throw in 3 curse words before that. LinkedIn is trash. It's
Yeah,
either
fill
the
in the
most
blank.
professional people you know or all the people on the other side of the world saying they'll help you. That's all it is.
And man, that's what it's crazy because it's like then finding a new best rapper, new best like athlete. Like that's what it's in the day and age now, especially if you have a hot commodity, especially like how you have on your. Because I know there's many times that they have many entities come up here like, oh, we're the first to do this, we're the first to do this, and then you like come out the woodwork like, hold on. Big boy steps, hey, are you really? Or are you learning from what was the first here? And a lot of people, I feel like, do you feel like a lot of credit is not due to that fact? Like again, that you're one of like the longest running factors in here, or do you feel like it's still a lot of building up to that?
I know for a fact that if you told a comedian on the street to try virtual reality comedy, they would correct you and say fail to render. That's where I'm at in my career.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, look, somebody did the
But
same thing like me. Ooh, hey,
It's all about maintaining that, though, right? It's a new technology. Nobody really knows about it. It's going to be the next smartphone. It's going to be the next whatever. We all know we're going to be wearing VR and AR headsets all together within 10 years that do both, right? And I don't know what the original question was.
hey, that's how deep it gets. That's how deep it gets. No, the original question was like, do you feel like it's gonna be like a lot of hinderment now with this like again, you having so many of these entities come up to you and all that, like it having to be a hot
Right.
commodity. Do you feel like this gonna really be like used for that commodity or just the person that's behind it?
No, corporations are going to take over everything. That's what they always do. They take a good idea and they buy you out. I don't think I have anything funny to say. But hey,
No.
if someone wanted to buy failed render for $500 million, I'd hook up everybody in my company with at least $1 million.
I mean, but how you just said it though. You say even, but you can sit there and have a construction plan to, hey, like, oh, well, hey, you're not leaving this empty-handed, and then also, you're not just leaving like how you say with a servant's pay, like you're leaving with a piece of your hand in construction. I mean, you're being
Right.
saying it right, the Lucky Palmers of this, because I'm seeing now like what you can just sit there and put. Yes, I'm saying that.
Did you say his name wrong on purpose?
Oh, I said it wrong. Or Palmer Lucky. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's funny.
I was thinking of Happy Gilmore for a minute, but no. But I see in terms like that because to really be in a day and age where this technology is going to go way beyond us, and now it's going to have a longevity way beyond us. It'll be a fool not to sit here and like want to showcase all the qualities that they have with this now, because you're bringing in comedians that could be the next big star, who wouldn't have to be on a format of this being on damn talent search, or they have to go through multiple streams or multiple like open mics in IRL to not even get a glimpse. Or you go into these freaking Kill Tony situations where hey, either you gotta be damn near stupid as funny to be funny, or you got to sit there and have a gimmick to be funny. Yeah, we all seen it, folks. Like I said, I'm sorry, man. You got my man up there talking about rocks. Shit, I love Cam.
You can
I'm just gonna be honest. Like it's certain, but it's certain. Like you see what we have to like still say. Like, oh hey, you have to keep this gimmick. So no, to bring that into the VR where the work will speak for itself. That is really the true values with that because again, you're finding the next person that can find the next person, but not even as that could be the Cat Williams of this ish. Could sit there and you could find the next person that could be a Kevin Hart if the right. Because how you say, you know what's funny. You said the time they had times where I'm having a conversation with this man, like I'm like I didn't even do stand up yet. I brought a joke to him and he said, "Where's the punch?" I'm like, oh, I do need one of those. Like, and it's really intriguing to see that fact. Yes, that's what I was trying to tell you the church joke. And you was like, you have to get to the joke.
That happened in a hotel room with a lot of pickles.
Yes. No Diddy. Okay. But no.
Just straight pickles.
But no, I really love seeing that factor though, Kyle, because that means you really have a hand in this like growing the right way because they have so many people that can sit there and want to sell the corporation and don't care what they do with it after. But no, you want to get into a place like, hold on, like, no, this is time. This is blood spent. This is time spent in this because I know you have a daughter. This is time away. But to see that your daughter is watching what you do, and again, you said she could come up with the same dark humor that you're doing. That is what is funny is because they're watching what we're doing. And to even seeing that factor, okay, that's the next age, though. She could probably have something that goes way beyond VR that is going to be like, with the Orion glasses or so. It's a hamster wheel of success I'm looking at. And, man, it all starts with within. And again, it brings me to, do you have now, on being on this platform as long as you have, do you have a favorite platform that's in the metaverse? Oh, damn, what was that? I thought it was real.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Y'all got your dog okay? It's all right. Nobody breaking in, right?
I'm sorry.
Duga's
Oh
dog.
no, you're good. I'm just making sure your dog was okay. Like that just made me curious. Like why you never hear the last bark with a dog? That's just you understand? And then it's like it always stops. I always notice that. Like the dog like woo, woo, woo. Like it don't do like the whole sequence.
No, just the fuck off. What are you doing? Alien technology.
For real, like I need a voice, but no, damn, the dog caught me off guard. Now I'm thinking.
So I'm
about
going to
sleep
ignore the question about the platforms. I'm going to go back to Lyra, my daughter.
Okay.
Is she performs in VR chat. She has done so many awesome sets in VR chat, and she also goes to a private school, and she's been killing it and acting, and a lot of those skills came from doing it in VR first. Right, but you still have to set the kids up for success, right? I still have to trust everybody in the room before I put my daughter in this headset, right? She's 11. I don't want her to have a phone, and now I'm strapping on a VR headset. I feel like a piece of shit, But I'm like, no, it's cool. They're good people. You'll do great. And she always does great, and she's learned a lot from just performing in VR. So I think that it will benefit kids if they're doing it in the right way. But I think my kid's the only one doing it the right way in America. So.
So, no, I love that. Like,
It's not population one. I'll tell you that.
oh, I'm so tired of hearing. Oh, come on, fly with me, Timmy. Come on, fly. Do you know I am 30, Jimmy? Get away from me. I do not want Chris Hansen right there inside of me. Like, whoa. Hey,
I don't want to fly with you.
Hey, for real. But no, man. Like to be in this like space, like this is one of the things I was just talking about this. When I was at CES, to really be in a space and age, like again, your wonderful lady out, Casey Ma. When I first met her in this space, it was coming from around. I remember she was going around filming all of us because we was all like the rappers and everything on here doing music, and we all like love the underground scene. And it was just about that showcase of like, oh hey, this is what this person is doing in this field, all this and that. To I'm seeing now like you're able now to do a whole 360 with that. These are entertainers that are doing this. These are comedians that are doing this. These are scripters and everything now. With being in a vast space now, with building up a company values and not even just having company values, do you feel like you could make more of a merger aspect since you made that indention with the metaverse to now bring it more to an IRL base? Or are you going to keep it just like metaverse tethering?
No, it's exactly what you said earlier in the conversation. It's a talent agency. We want to become a talent agency. There's going to be a lot of people that start in VR that don't start in real life. that can get the balls to get on stage and tell jokes to everybody before they do it on a real life stage. And we've seen that so many times, especially Roberto from Italy and Eppolite and Sowell. And there's just, we every time we do a comedy training class, it feels like at least two of those people graduate and go into the real world, but they still keep coming back because they know where they started, right? So it's a training ground. Everything that we do is a training ground. You can do it from home. You don't need to go out to the bar and buy drinks and wait 2 hours to do 5 minutes. You can just rush home, or you're at home, and the training ground is there for you. And of course, we always have Bob and Mary, which encourages anybody, even if they're shitty.
I mean, but no, that's the factor. I mean, and that, I bring it down to like the entertainer factor. Because again, that's how you was said with that. I was able to do VR chat stand up my first time ever. Then I knew too I was gonna be in front of this.
Was that your first time?
Yes, that was my first time. I see.
That was good.
Thank you. Thank you. But I say, but in terms
I'm
like,
gonna send you that video so you can put it in here and mesh it all
hey,
together.
no, I thank you. And no, and I say this, but it's with terms like that because again, I'm one to ask questions, and that's one of the first things I did when I got around this man. Because I'm like, okay, I know he's a comedian. I know I'm not sitting here being the ish with it, but let me sit here and do it. And then when I sat there, and I tried to tell him my first joke, and he sat there and said, Howard, I lost you already. he said it's too long. It's too long, man. And I swear, like it's certain stuff. Like certain people they will sit there and be, hold on, man, I'm funny. Forget what you're saying. But no, you have to sit there and man. And that's why I'm like, I sat there tonight. I'm like, cause I knew I wasn't gonna just try to hop on stage tonight. But I'm like, no. I'm finally now. I feel like I'm in a praise. I'm like, I've been writing down in my little notebook, like I'm Steve from Blue Clues, and I'm like, oh, let's just see how this goes. And I mean, but it all starts with intentions of like seeing it somewhere. And I would have never been able to like, build up even that ounce of courage if I was never around that type of format. Seeing this individual put on a headset, or not even as that. Hosting it on a nightly factor, that's like I thought it was something with doing this with the Howard Hour, but to do that in the presence of not even is that you're on multiple platforms from Horizon Worlds to VR chat, and then at the time before that it was Alt Space. Like that is, again, that's what Walt Disney was talking about. We was trying to do all this before all the kids started messing up, and those kids, I'm sorry, they found the missing kids, but we found out they was working somewhere else. But no, to really be in this space though, man, I'm really so happy to see the way that it's growing to even now, man. Like it's blowing up like I can't say that is too political. Damn, blowing up like
9/11.
Yes, it was going towards that way, but it's blowing up into a situation now where it's able to merge with factors of like AWE, LinkedIn, so even points of it don't have to just be in a mainstream of being on YouTube or so, or be in the class phase of just being satire comedy. Like this is comedy that again everybody can laugh at. You can sit there, yes, it could be dark at times. You can sit there and be like, oh, from it and all that, but not even just that. Not nobody's leaving from there being a Karen. Not nobody's leaving from there caring about, oh, well, this is what they said about this. No, it was something you laughed. You probably said like, oh, and you left from there seeing a new ambience, seeing a new experience, but not even just that. You're seeing a new type of storytelling. And like how you were saying earlier, like you have a lot of cats on here like myself. I know I never did IRL stand-up, but I know I can now sit here and build up that because, again, I know I like to make people laugh. I like to laugh, but I also see that it's a art. Just like if you cut somebody's hair, you're just not going to go all in one day, learn how to do it. And just like Rome. And I mean, if you do, you might be messing up some heads. He starts bleeding while you're cutting it. Like, yeah. But no. So it brings like one of my final questions with you. Do you feel like with being on the metaverse, this makes you more of a it just makes you more of an open person, or are you just still saying F the world?
Huh. Yeah, fuck the world. I was homeschooled, so this was the easiest way for me to break in, even though I did stand up for 4 years before quarantine. It was always a good way to get away from the introvert inside of you, right? It's really easy for people to disconnect from social norms inside of VR. So that's definitely been an improvement, right? Yes, fuck the world. I'm trying to remember the question again.
No, like I say, having a broader approach of like being more opening in the IRL sense, or do you just want to keep it all open in the metaverse?
Oh, well,
'Cause he's-
dude, like my favorite thing ever is when I meet people from VR in the real world. There's nothing like it. It's really like you're meeting family for the first time. Like I hung out with
Mm.
Addison and his sister with my girlfriend, and then this motherfucker decides to drink too much and then drive 120 miles an hour down the highway, and my girlfriend's looking at me scared for her life. And I'm like, no, it's good. I trust him, and we made it. We made it there. I mean, we met, dude, me and my
Yes.
girlfriend, and haven't met Pablo yet. One day I will, I promise. But Howard, I mean, we didn't know we were gonna meet. It was just like Super was just like, yo, you guys are going to AWE. I'm going with Howard. I'm like, who's Howard? And he's like, the Howard Hour. I'm like, what's the Howard Hour? And I looked at our DMs, and you tried to hit me up years ago, and I felt so shitty that I never responded because there were so many messages going around at that time that I was like, I can't keep up with this shit, But then we shared a hotel room together for 7 days, with Super and Casey. I had sex with my girlfriend in the shower. They listened. It was weird.
Like real world status,
but
like
we
you
all-
intimate.
we're all really close now,
But it all started from putting on the headset.
It all started. And then I wanted to take picklebacks. My girlfriend wanted to take picklebacks, and then we got some bottles. We go over to the liquor store, right? Howard Super's like, "What you guys want?" We're like, "Maybe just one bottle of this." He's like, "How about 4 bottles of that?" And we're like, "Fuck, dude, okay." So he buys all the liquor, and then we go to the grocery store. I'm like, "Well, now it's time for the pickles," and we got like a shitload of generic pickles. We got generic pickles. I don't know if you know what generic pickles taste like, but it's like the local farmers market, like just really bad pickles. And then we started taking shots and picklebacks, and oh god, it's fucking terrible. And then we went to the store again and got the better pickles. So I
There's a
kept
difference.
saying, like, imagine when we leave this room and the person to clean this room comes in and sees 8 jars of pickles.
Oh my god.
And no fucking rhyme or reason. It's the first time in her life. Why did these people have so many pickles?
But no, I didn't say though that starts a tradition now because every time we see each other or we're around each other, we have jars of pickles. We did this at AW. We did it again at MetaConnect, and I know probably the next time we meet up again, we will have some jar of pickles. But that's what makes the organic tethering, especially again, like I said earlier when I did my joke in VR chat, we could have been in a room full of serial killers, and none of us could have left out there with all our kidneys. But we all did leave with our kidneys, and not even that, but with a newfound respect and a friendship. And again, I respect this man and his craft so much, man, because again, I was able to see it in full action. I started off as a fan before a friend, and that's the biggest merger right there. And it wasn't no stand oh, hey man, I want to be your biggest fan. I'm gonna lock you in my trunk now. No, it was hey, no, I'm loving what you're doing. I'm seeing what you're doing, but not even that. But just to be in the same field with it, it's amazing because again, you're seeing what is supposed to be done in this platform, especially what's needed. And a lot of times we need this outlet. We need comedians to come around hey man, you come here and talk your ish at what I'm at. You might not be the best at it, but we can sit here and groom you and do it the right way. We can rear you the right way. Oh, that sounds so wrong. We can rear you.
Jesus Christ.
I know, I'm sorry. No, Chris Hansen. No, we can sit here and put you in the right direction of where you do, like we were saying earlier about doing with comedy classes and all that. Man, I would never thought I would see that in VR. Yes, you're educating.
There you go.
Educate.
Oh, that's the word. That's the word I had to use for it. Look, he does educate. That's the word. Wait, when you're educating this platform, I say many times, you don't expect to be a teacher on here. I say this all the time. Again, we get superpowers on here, and we don't know. Ben Parker, this year, it comes with a lot of responsibilities now. Now you're sitting here being somebody's coach. You're sitting here being somebody's life lesson. But not even as that, you're sitting here being a blueprint to somebody else, either to your daughter, to your fiance, to either a fellow comedian. somebody's
30
always
other people that want to start fake comedy clubs.
exactly. And then saying, and then we can say this out loud, and then when they want to say they're the first to do it. Come on now, we got to give credit to where it's due. Just like a lot of times, like that's where we can't be the Columbus of this ish. We can't sit here and just come to land already and say, oh man, we just gonna take it away from you. No, we have to be the pioneers. That is what we're doing in this. We're gonna have many times somebody gonna try to knock off our sandcastle. All we can sit there and do is just put it back together, put it back up, and man, you're gonna see what happens when it's stuck together. But man, I thank you for what you do on this
That
platform.
is like super deep thoughts, dude.
Oh, that's how I go.
Like fucking tearing down a sandcastle and rebuilding it with the community. I've never heard anything like that. And you've been ranting and raving, and I love you, but Jesus Christ, that sat with me a little bit.
Well, I'm glad something sat with you.
You know, we build communities, and then people step on them, and then we just gotta build a sandcastle again. I'm like, whoa, there's so much sand in a sandcastle.
Exactly. And there's so much BS to go with it. But no, man, and this is what I mean about with a genuine conversation. This is like one of the most fun interviews up here, because when it's from genuine actions, you can sit here and be yourself. You can still sit here and again have fun with it. And at the end of the day, this is real life tethering. And this is why I explain to everybody, to all my viewers and everybody that's tuning in. Tethering starts with organic presence. Just because we're in virtual reality, do not make it is not real. That's just the hint. It's virtual. Virtual is whatever you make it. You watch the
3D Avatar chat room. Join us.
Yes. But no, man, and I say this to say, man, I thank you for what you do, Kyle, in this metaverse. But not even is that of you building your own metaverse, man. It's so amazing. And again, big up 5 years. 5 years of being on this space, man. Hey, that is amazing to see. And then you didn't even have to kill nobody while doing it. That's the killer part. Like I said, we didn't even get to talk about some of the stuff behind the scene. But no, man, big ups to what you do on here, because again, you're opening up the door for somebody else to sit there to either find something out about themselves or able to pass on this information, man. And that's how you make a will of success, instead of just sitting here being the next person on the corner like, oh, this is what I used to do. And no, it all starts with a place of creativity, and from within. So big us, man. Big us to what you do, man. And before I even have you leave, can you let these fine people know where they can find you at and all your wonderful work?
Failtrainer.com. And we're also having our first XR meetup on April 26th in VR chat. It is just a networking meeting, happy hour, mixer, where I want all of you, and also professionals. Oh shit, you're all professionals. And comedians and DJs, they're professionals too. And we're giving away 10 game codes, 2 Oculus Quest 3s, and a shitload of hot sauce from Chino from Hawaii. So that's gonna be fun. And then Render After Dark is going to debut directly after our AWE in real life show, which is going to be June 11th at AWE, and Howard will be there with us. And we'll make sure to bring up Howard just for a picture, just so I can show all of you I actually know him.
Yes. yes. But man, not even this. And yes, this dude really like hot shit. I go even stunt. The first time we went out to go eat all together, he tried to get me something hot, and I'm telling everybody, I will try it. I mean, I'm not a hot fan. I smelt a little bit of the hot, and I'm like, okay, no, I can't do it. So I can just imagine what goes on in your stomach. But no, man, thank you for what you do in this space, man. And yes, folks, man, y'all seen that? Y'all see how it really goes. You can do real life goals if you follow what you're doing. Yes, to the capital M. But no, you say like the ladies, man, the man is watching. But no, man, they are really watching. The people up there who's all with these corporations, they're seeing what we're doing. They try to do it many times, and you see how many times it failed. Yes, I'm sorry. You can't just bring Jay Farrell in here and just think he's just going to be funny. What's that?
Failed to render.
But when you're in this day and age, folks,
that wasn't funny.
you're gonna really see that's real. See, look, you're gonna really see what's real, and you're gonna see what's fake. Like I was talking about earlier with the Dubai chocolate. You're gonna see the designers of this stuff, and you're gonna see the knockoffs, and you're gonna really see the ones who was really made in Taiwan somewhere. And it's really being in this space, folks, that you're able to captivate, you're able to create, but not even as that, you're able to do this together. And man, I was able to sit here and laugh with all of y'all tonight, but not even as that. Some of y'all was able to hear y'all jokes. Some of y'all was able to hear y'all life lessons, but not even as
this
that.
dude's obsessed with Dubai chocolate.
Yes. Oh, like Kenan Thompson. Like, he was dancing in the bathtub full of chocolate. That's what I'm trying to do.
Oh my
But yes, man.
Yeah, that's Cardone, dude.
Yes. But no, man, up until next time, y'all know what I always say to y'all. Y'all go out there and do something great. Y'all go and flood this stuff like it's the lake, and not even it's that. Let's get big at it like Ricky Lake. You feel me? But not no hairspray. Well, we gonna really have to do that. You can only be the greatest version of you. You go to sleep with you, and you wake up with you. But in that time frame, you can either be the best of somebody's vision, or you can just sit there and hold hinderment. And man, folks, we all do this together. So up until next time, y'all know how we always do. This is your boy HT, Howard 702. Let's get tripping like a kid, untied shoes. Thank y'all for rocking with me because I rock with you. Everybody's a somebody. Your presence is a presence. And up until next time, let's go. Hey. Up until next show. Hey. Hey, I can get a picture with all of y'all if y'all don't mind.
Yeah.
Picture.
Yeah. Great interview, Kyle. I say yes.
That was fun.